hours and 24 minutes.
Welcome back to the Clean Aviation podcast, where we explore the innovations shaping the future of sustainable flight. I'm your host, Gail Rego, and today we're diving into a historic moment for Europe's regional aviation ecosystem. In January 2026, Clean Aviation reached a major milestone with the launch of 4 closely linked projects, all working together to advance the next generation of ultra-efficient regional aircraft, also known as OSYRYS, a first in our program's history. Regional aircrafts have a capacity of 50 to 100 passengers with a range from 500 to 1,000 kilometers. These projects, PHARES, OSYRYS, Heracles, and Dimitra, are more than individual initiatives. They are coordinated activities operating under a single collaboration framework, designed to accelerate technology maturation and validation across multiple disciplines. The goal? To enable the first hybrid electric flight demonstration of a regional aircraft that could enter service by 2035, reducing CO2 emissions by 30% compared to the baseline emissions of state-of-the-art aircrafts in 2020. To guide us through the main challenges and milestones, we'll start this two-part project series episode by speaking with representatives from 2 of the 4 projects, PHARES and OSYRYS. Joining us are project coordinators Anne Saint-Roch and Pierre-Julien Sonnet, who will give us a deep dive into the project objectives and how they interconnect. Hello and welcome to this second episode of the 3rd season of this podcast. It's lovely to have you both, Anne and Pierre-Julien.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start with you, Anne. We have a couple of questions about PHARES. Can you briefly explain what PHARES is and the role that it plays in the technology demonstrator at the project level?
Yes, so PHARES stands for Power Plant Hybrid Application for Regional Segment. So PHARES will develop an hybrid electric propulsion targeting a demonstration of 20% improvement fuel efficiency. And this project will play a significant role in clean aviation overall 30% improvement goal in the UERA initiative. PHARES is not a concept, is an advanced design building on our experience in propulsion, innovation, and hybrid electric technology at Pratt & Whitney Canada and Collins Aerospace. And basically in the project, we will integrate an advanced turboprop engine with a 250 kilowatts electric motor controller, along with the next generation of propeller. PHARES will also deliver an integrated ground demonstrator engine in 2029 to demonstrate the hybrid electric system in flight in the Dimitra project led by ATR.
Thanks for that. And PHARES also marks the first time that a Canadian company, Pratt & Whitney Canada, is leading a clean aviation project. So can you tell us more about what this collaboration and the value that it brings to achieving clean aviation's objectives?
Yes, so indeed, Pratt & Whitney Canada is the first Canadian company that is selected to lead a clean aviation project, marking an important milestone for Canada and Europe collaboration to drive innovation. This collaboration between Europe and Canada will strengthen our joint effort to demonstrate pioneered hybrid electric technology and accelerate the pathway into service for regional aircraft. We're also bringing experience in hybrid electric technology from our ongoing hybrid electric flight demonstrator project in Canada, supported by the Canadian government. And in the consortium, we have also European-based expertise, including Collins Aerospace team in the UK for electric and power and control, in France and Italy for propeller and aerostructure, Pratt & Whitney in Poland for the gearbox development, along with the aircraft integration expertise from ATR and Airbus. And I would also like to add that we have multiple research institutions involved across Belgium, Germany, Netherlands, Poland, that will be supporting the project. So by combining all those capabilities, the consortium is strongly positioned to deliver on clean aviation's objective.
That indeed sounds like a very impressive list of collaborators. Pierre-Julien, let's jump to you now. Can you give us a short overview of OSYRYS and its role in the technology demonstrator at the project level?
Of course. So OSYRYS is a major clean aviation project led by Safran Electrical and Power. It complements Anne's project and has also strong links with both Dimitra and Heracles projects. What is our mission? We are developing the nervous system for the next generation hybrid electric regional aircraft. That means all the electrical power, the cooling system, and the smart energy management. For the demonstrator, OSYRYS is the one which will bring all these pieces together. We are talking high voltage networks and also advanced controls. All these have to work perfectly together. Everything is tested on ground first to make it sure at 100% safe. Basically, we are building the foundation for that first hybrid electric regional flight by the end of this decade. So it's a huge step.
Thanks for that, Pierre-Julien. You've also, we know that OSYRYS kind of addresses electrical and thermal architectures at unprecedented power levels. What would you say makes these systems a critical enabler for hybrid electric regional flight rather than just a supporting technology?
That's the thing. These systems are not just add-ons. They are really the heart of the aircraft. Think about it. At this scale, we have to manage megawatts of power that creates massive amounts of heat from the batteries, from the motors. If the cooling of the electrical protection fails, the plane simply doesn't fly. OSYRYS is what makes this possible, to connect high power batteries to engine safely, even at cruise altitude. Moreover, our smart management balance fuel and electrical power to cut down CO2 emissions. Without these onboard systems, hybrid electric flight stays a dream. We are making it reality.
That's very exciting. And you mentioned that PHARES focuses on developing hybrid electric propulsion, combining next generation turboprops, electric motors, and advanced power electronics. What would you say is the single biggest technological barrier that you're tackling now to make this propulsion concept viable at the scale of regional aircraft?
Yes, so I will start by saying that I agree previously with Pierre-Julien Juspon on the challenge of connection with the high power batteries to the engine. And I will say in PHARES, the single biggest challenge is to mature and integrate all the technology in a way that we address many critical requirements: weight, cost, durability, reliability, and efficiency, while confirming that we have a path to a product solution. Pierre-Julien was talking about the heart of OSYRYS, and now I will talk about the brain. So effectively, the brain of the hybrid propulsion system, ensuring communication and a synchronized operation between the thermal engine, the electrical engine, and the propeller. In the PHARES project, we will also support the aircraft level integration for the flight demonstration project, ensuring that we can demonstrate the hybrid electric propulsion system in real operating condition, supporting the Dimitra project led by ATR. And by the scale of the expertise that we are going to bring under Clean Aviation Regional Aircraft Project, we are well positioned to solve all the integration challenge and demonstrate our goals.
I find this description of heart and brain really so vivid and helpful, and that clearly shows a strong collaborative spirit across these projects. So, a question to both of you. What excites you the most about working together at this scale to deliver a common goal? Let's start with you, Pierre-Julien.
For me, honestly, it's the scale of the teamwork. We are bringing together so many experts from all across Europe and even Canada, as Anne mentioned. So the goal is to solve all these challenges, not as a single company, but as a complete consortium or consortia. We have everyone on the table. We have Safran, of course. We have Pratt & Whitney. We have Airbus. We have ATR, and so many others. But it's not just inventing tech. It's about making sure everything works together smoothly and meets the highest safety standards, I would say. We are literally writing the rule book for the future of aviation. That's the shared mission. Making flight truly sustainable is what gets me exciting every morning. It's something very special.
That response has also made me very excited. What about you, Anne?
Yes, so I agree with Pierre-Julien about the scale of the teamwork, and my response will go a bit in the same direction about the complementarity of the collaboration. But what excites me the most is also the goal of demonstrating an hybrid electric system in flight. This project is one of the most significant hybrid electric demonstrator program in our industry, and we are pushing the boundary of the technology that will shape the future of flight. And also by this project, we are bringing strongest capability across Canada, Europe, from Pratt & Whitney Canada's leadership in regional propulsion, the expertise of Clean Aerospace and electrical system and aerostructure, and also key contribution from ATR and Airbus. On a more personal note, it's a real privilege to lead the consortium, meaning the level of expertise and the alignment between the different partners.
Thank you so much, Pierre-Julien and Anne, for this short but really interesting deep dive into the complexity and the promise of hybrid electric flight. It was a pleasure speaking with you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the propulsion and energy systems that will power tomorrow's regional aircraft. Let's wrap up with a summary of the main takeaways from this conversation. First, the scale of ambition is unprecedented. PHARES is tackling the heart of the propulsion system, combining next-generation turboprops with electric motors and power electronics at power levels never before integrated on a regional aircraft. And as Anne put it, getting these systems to work together reliably is a defining barrier to entry for hybrid electric aviation. Second, OSYRYS reminds us that power is only half the story. Managing the heat generated by megawatt-scale electric systems is equally critical, with thermal and electrical architectures serving as essential enablers. And third, collaboration remains key. With all 4 projects pushing towards a shared goal, a hybrid electric regional aircraft ready to enter service by 2035, with at least 30% lower CO2 emissions. But we've only covered 2 of the 4 projects in this episode. In our next episode, we'll turn to projects Heracles and Dimitra, where the focus shifts from propulsion and thermal management to the full-scale integration of these technologies into a complete aircraft demonstrator. We'll explore how these systems come together, how validation differs from traditional development, and what it takes to move from breakthrough innovation toward certification and entry into service. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to Plain and Simple so you don't miss the next chapter in Europe's journey towards a sustainable aviation future. You can also follow Clean Aviation on LinkedIn or visit our website at clean-aviation.eu. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.